I hated this movie so damn much. The first one was so good. God, this one was awful. A lot of edgy humor, a lot of shit jokes, bathroom humor, puke jokes, pedophile jokes, rapist jokes, racist jokes, homophobic jokes. Just terrible shit. Multiple slurs were dropped during this. There's a lot of pedophilia in this. He's established as a high school senior. So he's what? 17, almost 18? I just graduated high school. And I'm currently 18. And I was 17 during my high school year. And they established during the movie how it's gross. Because there's this joke later in the movie where says she's done being a superhero, how she's done with him. And people misunderstand it as, she's breaking up with him, so they call him a pedophile and shit like that. Because she's 15 and he's a senior. And they say she's a freshman. Which is a bit old for a freshman, but anyway. They have them kiss at the end of the movie. Fucking disgusting. And they deliver a corny ass line because, like, 3 times during the movie they say that she never had her first kiss. So, yeah. Really needed that. Todd's back with his pedophile jokes. He makes another one, but this time instead of close to the end of the movie, he says that near the beginning of the movie. And ironically, it's about the same person. Just he doesn't know that she's Hit Girl. Oh, and he's also replaced. It's no longer Evan Peters anymore. He also gets Kick-Ass's dad killed. And nothing happens with that. I don't even think he knows. The movie ends before they even talk about it. They're just like, shows up, helps him. He joins the team. He's kind of a bit of a background character. And then, whoa, movie's over a few minutes later. They also do shit where they'll say something and then, oh, magically, this will happen. The Red Mist's costume from the first movie doesn't even get to come in the movie. Because they have some dumbass throwaway line. Where they say that his mom threw his costume away, so if you were looking forward to that costume, then screw you. He ends up wearing a sex toy costume that his mom had, that he messes with and makes it cooler looking. Yeah, I'm not joking. This movie's so fucking dumb. And he was a decent character. He wasn't the best. We didn't know too much about him. But he becomes a racist and a rapist in this movie. So yeah. Jim Carrey's in it for a little bit, but he ends up getting killed a decently amount into it. I still think there's about 50 minutes left when they kill him off. He's a pretty cool character. They have a gay character they do nothing with. I guess it was just to try and get the heat off of all the fucking slurs they dropped in this movie. Because they dropped the F slur not once but twice. And the only thing they really do is like, oh, she's gonna make a corny joke about how he's homophobic and how he's probably gay. And that's why he's so homophobic. And then she's gonna chop his hand off. Isn't that cool? Isn't that so cool? No, it's fucking dumb. Doesn't excuse what he just did. Then they say the D slur later in the movie. Yeah, you're so cool, so edgy. Just, it's so fucking terrible, so boring. Doesn't go anywhere. Nothing that happens in the movie fucking matters. Besides like 1 or 2 things. Doesn't matter unless they think it needs to matter. Then fucking Night Bitch, who wasn't really that important of a character. Yes, that is her name. Isn't that such a cool name? She says she's done being a superhero. She's later in the final battle for no reason. Everybody else shows up during the final battle too. Even after they just said they were on probation. They said they wanted to help him, but they couldn't. At his own dad's funeral. Because they were on probation. But then they decided to help him. Because reasons. It's such a shitty movie that goes nowhere. And it doesn't deserve the 32% it got. It honestly deserves a 0% in my opinion. It was just such a fucking terrible movie. Yeah, this costume did not look the best, but I did think it was pretty cool. It was an upgrade from his old suit, that's for sure. But, no, they decided to go with funny sex toy. This movie just... I fucking hated it. There's literally nothing good about it. Besides Jim Carrey, and he still wasn't really that good. And I don't even think it's Jim Carrey that was good. It was just the character was pretty cool. It's just so boring. Tries so hard to be edgy, and it's just not funny. Not anything. I can't describe this movie. I legit can't. There's nothing good to say about it, and that's that. It was trash. And then a lot of the ways they solve problem is just repeating lines. And then they, for some reason, they actually sort of try and do something with the thing I talked about in my review for the first movie, where they don't say anything about heroes killing. They do say something about it, where Jim Carrey's character puts a gun to a guy's head, and they ask him if he was really gonna kill him, and he's like, nope, it was empty. Yet, Hit Girl murdered several people earlier. And she even admits it during the end of the movie, where she goes, I killed 6 people with a cop's gun, I have to leave. And they kind of brush it off, they don't really talk about it. Because I guess that's just normal. But yeah, this movie sucked.